G'day friends and welcome to Aussie Moto and Outdoors. Now isn't this just all too familiar a sight? I try and go for a ride, the weather once again has gone to crap. It's all due to the La Nina, El Nino, something like that, but the point is I can't go riding. So I need ideas on how to make motorcycle vlogging videos when I can't get on my motorcycle. So unless you've been living under a rock, you may have heard of this thing. It's called ChatGPT, which is artificial intelligence. It sources its information from all over the internet. You can type pretty much anything you like into this and it'll come up with an instant response, a script, answers to poignant questions, and in this case 10 ideas of things I could do for a motorcycle vlogging video. Now that's the obvious answer to my dilemma of not being able to ride, but I just thought I wanted to push it a little bit further. So rather than just go the easy way out, I thought I'd make things a little more difficult. Let's put in 5 reasons not to buy a Yamaha R3, and then let's go through and debunk them, because I obviously have a bunch of reasons why you should buy one, hence why I bought one. Now every time I typed the question in and refreshed it, it'd come up with new reasons, and some of them were just utterly ridiculous. They're not even close. So here we go with the top 5 lies, or at least things that ChatGPT gets wrong about the Yamaha R3. Number 1, that the Yamaha R3 has limited legroom. Now this is something I've actually debunked several times. The Yamaha R3 isn't physically that much of a small bike. Now I'm 6'1", I weigh 70 kilos, I've got pretty long arms, so you can see when I sit on it, my arms are nice and straight, my back's nice and straight, there isn't heaps of weight on my wrists, I'm actually really quite comfortable. Now this is the day I picked my bike up. That's mine parked next to an R7. You can see the physical size between the two is pretty much exactly the same. Now a lot of your bigger bikes like your R7 and your R1, they've actually got your rear set, so your pegs are actually higher so you can get greater lean angles into corners, which means they're even more cramped than the R3. So even though a small bike, it's actually set up quite comfortable for your average rider. Number 2, that it gets poor fuel economy. Now this is just absolutely ridiculous. Nobody thinks the R3 gets bad fuel economy, right? Here's what mine's at, an average of 2.9, and I ride pretty conservatively, but you can see from the averages online, people are getting 3.8, 3.5, so that's just blowing out of the water. Number 3, that it's expensive compared to other bikes in the class. Now a very simple Google search will show you that it's around about the same price as a lot of the others. It's even cheaper in a lot of cases. Look at that, the Kawasaki costs more. Maybe one of the programmers for ChatGPT is a bloody Kawasaki fanboy and he's putting in these bad stats. Number 4 is that it's heavy for a sports bike, and again, that must have been punched in there by one of the Kawasaki lovers because it's one of the lightest bikes out there. Number 5, that it has fewer safety features than some of the more premium bikes on the market. Well, duh. Okay, so a Ducati has, traction control and wheelie control, but what are we expecting from an $8,000 entry-level motorcycle? We're expecting ABS brakes, and this has that. So to compare it to other motorcycles, more expensive motorcycles, or as ChatGPT calls them, premium motorcycles, that is an unfair comparison, and it's not the kind of thing that your average buyer is going to find useful in any way. So I think this artificial intelligence chat program has got a long way to go, which is actually good because we don't want these robots taking over the world entirely just yet. And just as every statistician, mathematician, politician and pharmaceutical company knows that any data set can give you the outcome you want as long as it's interpreted correctly. You can't just give a program access to the internet and expect it to come up with wisdom. So put your devices down and get outside.